Hey y'all, Friday Fraud Law Review again. Okay, this one is early to mid-December. It is actually a guilty plea, so I feel comfortable mentioning the convicted person's name because she is no longer presumed innocent until proven guilty, right? Okay, so this is Massachusetts. Looks like the town is called Methuen, Mathuen. That's an interesting name. Um, she's 57 years old. Her name is Karen Silva Brown. Not good, Karen, not good. So apparently, Karen had a child who was entitled to Social Security benefits. So that suggests to me that the child is getting a dependent benefit because the child doesn't have their own work record that, well, they could have a work record, but they're not entitled to Social Security disability until they're 18. If they are eligible at that point. Okay. So looks like from around 2014 to 2018, she filed a claim for her child for those dependent benefits. And soon thereafter, or I don't know if it was before or after, she lost custody of her child. And she never told the SSA, and she's obligated to, that she no longer cares, has custody of the child and is responsible for putting the roof over the head. Remember, those dependent benefits for the child go to the child and the child's needs. So mom keeps collecting the child's benefit while the child is living somewhere else. And obviously somebody else is hopefully taking care of those basic survival needs that those dependent benefits are intended for. Okay. And in addition to not telling the SSA when the child left her custody, she also did not notify the SSA. Oh, sorry. Yeah. The child left her left her custody in November of 14. And with 2 years later, she provided 2 fraudulent accountings to the SSA, claiming that her child still lived with her. So those payments would continue. And because you're generally supposed to account for what you did with the benefits on an annual basis. Although I don't always see that be so strictly adhered to with parents who have custody of the child. But she nonetheless said that the child was still living with her and that that she spent all the Social Security benefits she received for that child's care. Obviously, she didn't because she wasn't caring for the child. It turned out to be almost $61,000 over those 4 years. And apparently, she used the vast majority of the stolen funds to pay her own bills. They're telling us here that this kind of charge of the theft of public funds provides for a sentence of up to 10 years in prison, 3 years of supervised release, and a fine of $250,000 or twice the gross gain or loss, whichever is greater. Twice the gain would be what? 61 times 2, 122. So the 250,000 is greater than twice the gross gain. So I'm thinking maybe they'll give her that. I don't know if they say when the sentencing is. Maybe it hasn't been scheduled yet. Because this was only reported by the OIG, Office of Inspector General, on December 11th. What kind of prison sentence for something like that? I don't know that it should be any less than the amount of time that she actually embezzled this money, if you want to call it embezzlement. Certainly she stole it. False reporting included. It wasn't just you keep putting off telling them. She filed false reports to continue getting paid. So I think it should be kind of stiff. There has got to be a message that it's not to be tolerated, I think. Because if you think about it, whatever she pays back probably isn't going to cover the cost of all the investigation. It's just not. And I understand, jail time is going to cost money too. I know. But how else do you give a disincentive for this kind of very profitable practice, right? So I don't know. What do you guys think? Thoughts? All right. Chat with you later. Bye.